Good evening, or I should say good night, because technically this is Money Night, but welcome to Money Night Monday number 6. I'll be your host for the evening, one formal casting, and we're here to mix things up a bit. In the past, we have always opened with a Swiss stage format. Well, today we're going back to round robins. We're going back to groups, 2 groups with 5 teams in them. 2 teams will make it out of each of these groups, and in the end, we will cut to our top 4. So, a little bit of a different format, still going to be a super fun night. And starting us off, we're going to pool number 2, group number 2, whatever you would like to call it. We're going to have what hopefully will be a close match. Again, when it comes to groups, it always makes things a little bit interesting, but dead before overtime is going to be going up against Tanporary Repairs. Now, looking at these teams coming into this one, Tanporary Repairs, I think it's a team that they will need to win this match if they want to have a chance to make it out of pool 2. Let's put it that way. Quick Dub is kind of coming into this second pool as a heavy favorite. It'll be a fight for that second place, and I do feel like Dead Before Overtime is the favorite to grab that second place spot. However, an upset for Tanporary Repairs could send them on that right track. Of course, following this match, we will be going over to Pool A, where we'll be seeing Divorced by 6 Men versus 2 Glasses of Milk, Please. That will be a fun match as well, and then we'll be kind of bouncing back and forth between the 2 groups until we get into our playoffs. It's going to be a fun night nonetheless. Now, I don't actually have Twitch chat open yet because I'm going to be real with you guys, okay? It's a scary place to be, but against my better judgment, I will be opening that up right now because this is going to be a little bit of a solo cast tonight, which does means I'll be relying on you guys to help me through the darker days. Oh, it's always scary when you open up Twitch and then you see your face as like, the top of that. But yeah, here we are. We're going to have some fun with this one. Who's in chat right now? People who should be focusing on their playing. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so at this stage right now, as soon as those players are ready up, we will be getting into our first match again. It's going to be that solo casting experience. Oh, good. The camera actually didn't cut off the top of my head. I was really worried I was going to get decapitated by the camera today. Like, those are the serious thoughts and concerns we have getting geared up into this one. Prediction for this first set. Gonna be honest, I'm kind of feeling the 3-0 in terms of Dead Before Overtime. I think they probably should be able to get it done. They should be the clean victory for them. When it comes to Dead Before Overtime, I do like, SlurpFactory, I feel like has been really, really strong on stream in the past, as has Munchlac just been strong everywhere alongside Kudo. For Tanporary Repairs, Denong always is a name that grabs eyes. Bazzible and Tanman, I think, have been warming back up for on-stream matches. They're definitely no slouches either. It's just hard for me to pick against Slurp and Munchlac. That duo is what it is. As it does look like we're about to be gearing up to get into this match. Wonder if we'll get, just the plethora of, what was it? Was it Atlas's Lab that we got on the Cannon Cup night where we had that map 5 times in a row or something? Let's not hope for that unless it's Inkies, in which case then, everyone loves Inkies, right? It's everyone's favorite. It's certainly mine. Here we go. Gates of Obscura is going to be the location for our first game of the evening. It makes sense to me. We will be seeing this one, from the blue side perspective. So kudokudo, SlurpFactory, and Munchlac, the team looking to make that upset. This is just the formal casting stream. It kind of has become that Zinnia for tonight. All right. All the good casters couldn't make it, and all the good players rather be playing than casting. Kind of how it goes. But we'll have fun with this nonetheless. AI and Estelle being banned away from this game. Not too surprising. I mean, the AI definitely, actually, still incredibly popular, I feel like, in the Oceanic region. Still can kind of be seen as that S-tier midfielder just because of how aggressive she can be. And on a map like Gates of Obscura, the amount of ground that turret can help cover, as well as just a glitch pop in general, like it's just really, really hard to kind of track an AI on this map. Now, it's interesting seeing Munchlac on the Juliet. I know the pressure in the corner is always super, super strong in this one. I'm curious how many KOs realistically this Juliet will be able to find, especially against an Atlas and an Era. Also, we're getting either a forward Dubu or, yeah, we're getting the forward Atlas from Denong, so that's going to be fascinating. Quick strike taken from every single player on this one. Munchlac, of course, has gone for the pummelers, so we do know for a fact that they are going to be searching for those KOs, corner portals to start, and, well, we already did get that KO. It didn't take long, kind of proving me wrong. We'll see how violent this blue side realistically can get in this one, as corner control will lead to the first barrier falling. SlurpFactory happy to let that one go, but kudokudo not quite in the right spot to collect after coming through that portal. Might be able to get a second chance. Tanman and Denong, though, want to work opposite side. Good wall. Will keep the core pinned down, and a big double KO. The chain synergy puts it through, and Munchlac, with help of the portal, will be able to get that first, well, goal opening. I'm not really liking how they handled that 3v1 power play. It looks like this blue side really overthought it right there. Dead before overtime. Be a little bit more careful with that in the future. Let's see what Denong and Co can do now that they have full strength again, and it's the Maelstrom that picks up the KO. So all of a sudden, this red side, you know, they were down a little bit early. Gonna have a chance to bounce back in it. Denong will get the pressure with the wall, gets it past the tofu wall. Goal explodes. Denong doesn't go for the pass. Tried to force the shot, and kudokudo own goals. What just happened with Dead Before OT? Let's be real here. Dead Before OT had a 3v1 power play. The goal was open, and they end up own goaling after not able to score. A disastrous start for Dead Before OT. At that same token, pretty sure I just saw Denong instinctively go ahead and go evasive against their own team's Maelstrom. So we have that at least going for Tanporary Repairs on the opposite side. Very awkward start to this game. Through the blue portal we go. Kudokudo tries to get the pressure. Isn't able to find just yet. Now SlurpFactory and Bazzible each have their core flip available. Whether or not we'll see them used, we will see. Oh, of course we're seeing it used. Munchlac, core flip, kick, goal is scored. And we have ourselves a tie game once again. Pretty crazy opening game already, sitting one apiece. Again, this is a quick strike game, but we haven't seen too many like proper strike wars just yet. I know Dead Before OT really wants to get in Tanporary Repairs' face, and in these corner situations, I'm going to have to favor the Rasmus and the Juliet. However, you know, there's been a lot of moments where the Tanporary Repairs have been able to spread this map out a little bit more. That's going to be a big Maelstrom through the corner. It's why Era is so strong on this map. Unfortunately for the Repairs, didn't really get what they were looking for despite finding the KO. They really weren't able to get the pressure until Denong starts to go crazy on this Atlas. 2 barriers down. Both teams have full strengths, and it's just the angles that get Bazzible off balance. 2-1 lead in favor of Dead Before OT. Yeah, already kind of a weird game. As we continue into what will be point number 3 right now. Through the portals we go. Denong keeping that pressure forward, making this Atlas forward work. Now, Atlas forward, I'm not a fan. I'm not the biggest fan of the Atlas forward. While the abilities are strong, it's Munchlac gets a nice kick punch KO on that top side to get this Era off the map. The problem with Atlas forward, I just feel like the cooldowns are too long to really maintain that constant pressure. And when I look at this repair side, I feel like so much of their corner pressure is actually reliant on the Maelstrom right now from the Tanman, because it's through the Maelstrom that they allow Bazzible to push forward, set up the tofu wall. Like, they're really a team that's special oriented when it comes to maintaining their attacks. And unfortunately, when you look at that opposite side with the Rasmus Juliet combo, not only is it so much damage, but it's just so much forward pressure as well, that so far you would think they would be able to manage it. We'll see how this continues. The goal is open for this first set. Through the portal we go. The hook, not quite far enough, so kudokudo won't go fishing. Denong on the other side of the red portal lets that one ride. Now we have gone into overtime, and Denong's going to take that portal. Delay play by the Tanman. We'll get the second barrier down, and the Tanman just could be winning this strike wars alone. Tofu wall pushes it back to the other side. Core flip actually got denied by Denong, so the own team clapback will lead to the fall of the first set. It's going to go in favor of Dead Before OT. Oh boy, here we go. Awakenings. Well, with the quick strike already available, I mean, you could try to pivot to a spark build, because I do see that spark of agility, but more kicks, more better, says this Juliet. Stagger Swat here going to be taken in response. So trying to get even more speed on this Atlas, that will leave Timeless Creator over to the Bazzible, or sorry, over to SlurpFactory. So Dubu's getting that. The Spark Build Dubu will be Bazzible. Really late aerials on Rasmus will pick that one up, which will leave perfect form going to the Era. Yeah, Munchlac was kind of left in an awkward spot right there, but I think Munchlac is thinking, you know, with extra kicks, they'll be able to, again, just maintain even more of that attacking pressure, either looking for the KOs or holding it in the corner. So I do like Twin Drive on Julia in that situation. Although when you walk right into a Maelstrom, things can get awkward. Granted, the Tofu Wall is able to get the KO right back, so we're going to play a little 2v2 for now. As Tanman doing a pretty good job with these strike wars, actually keeping it in the corner, does get themselves a barrier. Denong will respawn and put it right through to get the second. Temporary Repairs looking quite strong. Core flip from SlurpFactory will take it back to the other side. Tanman and Denong, though, they've got a nice position. SlurpFactory will bail out using the portal, and it actually opens the doorway. Kudokudo pendulum goal. Oh, and just like that, all the attacking pressure that was doing so well by Temporary Repairs to kind of hold it forward, kind of lets that one slip. So dead before OT, right back in control. Through the red portal we go to start off this second point. Bazzible and Tanman will be looking to stay back. The Tofu Wall does its good job protecting the more vulnerable corner. Again, it's those corners further away from the portal that the opposite team will want to attack, and Dubu is always so good at playing protection. Is again why I love the Era pick on this map, because that Maelstrom, one of the few abilities that can still keep the pressure kind of through that Tofu Wall when everyone clumps together. Core flip on Kudokudo. We'll see how much they opt to use. You did see Munchlac trying to drop that special in order to get through to those barriers. Kudokudo stays with it. That's a nice play through the top side to take down barrier number 2. Kudokudo with the KO, courtesy of the pendulum. Now a 2v1 exposed. Gold Denong just trying to disrupt the pass by not letting Kudokudo even get to the core. Tofu Wall again plays keep away from Munchlac, because again, it's Munchlac who was looking for the goal, and it's Munchlac who's going to be able to find it. 2-0 lead in our second set, still for dead before OT. Here we go. Denong doing work on this Atlas forward. Again, not really the pick I expected to see. I'm assuming they just think more forward barriers, but I feel Asher could be doing what Denong is trying to do as well, but perhaps with a little bit more efficiency as we do continue. That said, the movement speed on this Atlas has been making it effective, and you do have, you know, the anomaly ability, I suppose, but I mean, this strike force, just Denong going crazy. Bazzible back to the corner, into the Maelstrom. There's the wall, but it wasn't able to pinch the goal in. Pass back down to Kudokudo goes a little bit awry. And with the Tofu Wall, with the core flip available from Bazzible, it feels like a matter of time before Tanporary Repairs gets the goal. Zenith is calling for the reverse sweep right now. I don't think it's not without possibilities, but with Kudokudo, now with that core flip, you'd have to think that dead before OT is going to find a way to get the pressure. Munchlac the one leading the charge. Kick misses, but SlurpFactory has the portal to go through. Bazzible doesn't want to play the portal game. Core flips it back down to the other side. First barrier down in favor of Tanporary Repairs. Good Tofu Wall, but the KO actually comes from Denong, which will alleviate that attacking pressure. That's a big-time KO from Tanporary Repairs. They're setting themselves up for a chance to make it 2-2. Core makes his way back down to the other side. The punch kick, not really enough to take out this Atlas just yet. Back through the portals we go. Second barrier will fall. Munchlac, though, gets it to the safer corner. Kudokudo on the other side of the Tofu Wall wants the pass, doesn't even need it. Munchlac will win the quick strike battle, will win the second set, and it's dead before OT. Looking in position for the sweep. All right, you're a Dubu right now. What are you going for? Extra special is the hover, and I like that on this map. Again, just being able to corner off or section off one of the corners as quick as possible is always going to be a good move. Now, we did see Bazzible pick up the first spark. That's going to be a second spark for Bazzible, so increased cooldown and speed will be something to be mindful of. Missile Propulsion Atlas. Denong is cooking, man. Denong is cooking something right now. And to steal a bit from a good friend of mine, I don't know if he's cooking with gas or electric or if it's radiation at this stage. But whatever it is, it's definitely looking cooked from this Atlas. We'll see where we go from here. I mean, Denong is going to help get that first barrier as Munchlac tries to dribble to themselves, but has to kind of avoid the Maelstrom right now. Core making its way through. Eventually the barrier will fall, and now an opening for Tanporary Repairs. Bazzible opts the portal duel with SlurpFactory on the other side, who had the positioning over Denong. Bazzible eventually decides to go down the side instead. Big Maelstrom, but not big enough. Of course, Tanman should be worth noted. Did pick up Monumentalist, so we're going to be seeing those giant Maelstroms, and oh, Denong nearly had the wall in that lower corner. Now he's going to get a second chance at it. Tries to go to upside. Munchlac dives through, and a good tofu wall into the core flip. Gets it back to Bazzible, but they have the corner to Denong. Plays the patient game perfectly, and that's going to be the first goal to Tanporary Repairs. I love how much of a thinking team Tanporary Repairs are right now. They are definitely trying to mix this one up where it's a lot more conventional. Coming from Dead Before OT. However, Dead Before OT, they've got a lot of strong skills, and there's that extra special tofu wall I was talking about before, just being able to section off that top right and early. Kudokudo tries to get the pass to themselves, but then winds up standing in the middle of the three of them. First barrier goes down. Tanporary Repairs starting to look quite strong. Held in the corner. Core flip for core flip. Great timing for Bazzible. Back through the pink portal we go as kudokudo dribbles and gets it. Munchlac super low, super not involved with the play so far. There's been a lot of kudokudo on this current one as Munchlac kick punches the core, goes for the flip through the pink portal, but Denong reads it. Wasn't able to keep it pinned down, however. Bazzible now has to be super careful here. Pass to kudokudo. Was read by both of the forwards, actually. Kudokudo, another chance, wants to pass it up to Munchlac, but won't get there in time. Now Denong lets that one ride through the portal. Munchlac losing the striker ward. We'll see the core flip from SlurpFactory. Corner to corner we go. And eventually kudokudo finds the top bin. It goes in. Tie game 1-1. Halpy, one caster, me. That's how we're rolling right now. Here we go. SlurpFactory falling back. A lot of pressure through that corner. SlurpFactory does take it down low. Bazzible going to do what they can. Back to the top side. Good tofu wall and the rollout to boot. It's so much pressure, and this is what I mean. This team is relying on their specials. Could you have imagined a Maelstrom sliding through that as well? Either way, they're going to find that top corner. It's going to be a 2-1 lead. So much good pressure coming from Tanporary Repairs. We'll see if they'll be able to keep it moving forward as well. Good core flip down to the other side. Bazzible through the blue portal. Not able to get too much. Very aggressive kick punch from Munchlac, and it's not really falling where they need it to. As back through the portal we go. Core flip from Denong. We'll secure the first one. Down goes the second barrier as well. Oh, we could be seeing a fourth set right now. Bazzible has to use the defensive tofu wall. The pumpkin patch is in effect. Again, happy Halloween, everybody. It is the spooky month. Granted, I think we'll have another Money Night. Wait, do we have a Money Night Halloween edition? Oh, I hope we do. Let me just take a look. No, it's Tuesday. Ah, that's not as fun. I still might dress up. We'll see. Bazzible through the blue portal. Doesn't go too far with it. Instead, it's going to keep things down low. Denong pass back up to the other side. Tanman looking to chase it. Through that upper corner we go. It's a quick kick punch KO for Munchlac, and that will let the second barrier fall. Denong versus Slurp. Slurp putting it in a really safe spot. Now we'll wanted the pink portal, but not up just yet. Core flip stops the tofu wall, but Munchlac still has to play the patient game. Back through the blue portal. Oh, Denong actually could have gone pink portal right there. That would have been spicy, but wants to play it straight. Now back through the blue portal we go. No one forward to catch. Maelstrom bought a bit of time, not nearly enough. Munchlac, we'll have to watch that one sail through the portals. Double portal play we go. Denong just eats a tofu wall. Not going to find anything through the top corner just yet. Good pass to himself. Kudokudo with the hook. Oh, still lets it go through the blue portal, back through the pink. Tanman misses, but Munchlac wasn't able to get there either. Now it's another pass up to Munchlac. That's not going to connect. What a portal play, but it backfires, and now we're sitting 2-all. Oh, Denong with the pass to Munchlac through the portal. I liked what they were trying to cook. Again, Tanporary Repairs. They work so hard. Like, they are a thinking team, and they're really utilizing this map. However, right place, right time, it felt like, for Munchlac in order to get that one down. Still a chance, though, for that fourth set if Tanporary can put it together. But there is that kill comp pressure again. As soon as we get close to that wall, I mean, between a Rasmus and a Julia, you've always got to be cautious. SlurpFactory avoids the rollout. It's a 3v1. Now, last 3v1 we saw, they didn't get the goal. This time they only get one barrier. Bazzible really good in these more pressure situations. Out with a big old Maelstrom. It's actually used for the pass. First core flip gets denied by Denong. Good timing. Bazzible through the blue portal. Actually forces Slurp to use their core flip, but it does open the goal. A chance to win this first game. Kudokudo puts it to the tofu wall. Opposite barrier now down. Denong cross up and with the wall gets a KO. And that is the power of the Atlas forward. You could do that like once every half minute, but when it works, it is clean. We're going to a set 4. More sparks for Bazzible as well. Do they continue the spark train? That would be 3 sparks. I say you play it. Yeah, boy. Spark Dubu in, well, nearly full effect. 3 sparks on Bazzible right now. Of course, the cast last going to be used back on that opposite side. SlurpFactory already has both the Timeless Creator and the extra special, so like, expect big walls at the start. Any forward momentum that you see dead before OT gets, SlurpFactory realistically should be able to push forward into that corner as well. Drop the wall, keep them pinned down in place. Let's see if that comes together. Initial pressure is there. Now I want to see Slurp push forward. But the tofu wall from Bazzible actually, I think, held Slurp back, and now you see the attacking pressure from the other side. How did the core get through that wall? What was that? Dubu moment times 3. As the core just bounced its way through it. I have no idea. Either way, the goal is now open. The Maelstrom is coming through. It's not going to hit. Through the pink portal we go. Kick punch from Munchlac does get a KO. Roll out, keeps it on that opposite corner, though. Denong going to try and help, play a bit of defense for Bazzible. SlurpFactory goes weak side corner, and it backfires. Bazzible with the goal. Yeah, that was just a little bit too forward from the Dubu right there. Wasn't looking for the teammates to pass it to and left the portal goal open. So here we go. 1-0 now in favor of this red side. Tanporary Repairs. One step closer to taking us to that set 5. One step closer to taking us to that reverse sweep. We'll see what they can make happen in the corner. Core just kind of being flipped around. Eventually it'll be the light touch out. First barrier doesn't fall on the blue side. Instead we go red. Tanporary Repairs. Got me a little frustrated with this one. Should be seeing abilities up right now for the red side. Cooldown should be down. The Maelstrom should open it, and it allows that second portal to fall. Tanporary Repair. It's just getting stronger and stronger as this game progresses. Bazzible back to Denong, and again, that wall. So well used. The missile propulsion just gives it that extra bit of oomph. Now, I need someone smarter than me to explain to me the effectiveness of Deadeye on Atlas. All right, I see a lot of smart players in the chat right now. I see you, Ahmed. I see you, Zinnia, Derision, and in fact, everyone in the chat. Toxo as well. Yeah, everyone in the chat is smarter than me. If you're in the chat right now, you're smarter than me, unless you're Throny. What is missile propulsion on this Atlas? Like, actually. I kid. But yeah, we'll see some pressure now coming down the other side. Hey. What is actually the missile propulsion on the, like, are you getting only power if it's at max range? Does the max range of any of the abilities actually hit? I'm not too sure. Maelstrom swing and a miss from the Tanman. We'll see what happens right there. As we're gonna eventually get some pressure in and through. Tanman now back up to that other side. I'll pass back up to Kudokudo. It goes in. Sorry, I lost my composure right there. I love you, Throny. I'm just throwing shade for no reason. Don't think too hard behind it, all right? I just realized Throny, you think, is the one who's like hosting a literal coach session on Friday. So by all means, trust what Throny has to say, please. As we get some pressure through that quarter. And attend that coach session, by the way, especially for all you aspiring Estelle players, all right? I have some friends who play Estelle who don't want to play Estelle goalie because they're scared and they think Estelle isn't good or something. I don't know. Learn Estelle goalie. I don't know if that's what Throny's teaching, but just some fun advice in the future. Core pressure coming from Dead Before OT, as we'll see what happens there. Wall put up. Patient game actually won by Denong off the pass. Now core flip. Wait, Denong put it just straight backwards. That wasn't won by Denong at all. Kudokudo doing what he can. Misses the wall. Bazzible. Body slam, throws it back up. SlurpFactory again with that core flip. Is that going to use it a little prematurely? Tanman misses as well. So now Kudokudo trying to dribble to themselves. wasn't able to find that pass. All three members, though, of Tanporary Repairs were on that back foot, yet somehow through the portal, they get it through. The barrier was blocked, but so was the kick, and Munchlac stepped through the portal, so no damage was dealt. Good tofu wall stops the core flip, and now Tanman throws it straight into the rollout. The hook comes down, but the wall is there. Denong pass to himself, misses the portal, comes back through. Bazzible ready. Munchlac can't cut it off, but the Maelstrom does. Rollout denied through the blue portal. Bazzible, easy read back, and we're playing a little bit of a portal strike war until the Tanman cuts it off and sends us to a set 5. That was some sick plays right there as we get ready to go to our 5th set. Complete spark build, 4 for 4 sparks. Do it, Bazzible. Make it happen. Let's go. Would rapid fire or hot shot be better, or big fish, stacks on stacks? I mean, all of these are fantastic Dubu builds, but when you're going for sparks, you go for sparks. Scaling comp, people. Scaling comp. The cooldowns have come down a bit. I mean, again, Denong has been cooking, finally gets that rapid fire, so those Atlas walls are going to be doing their job. You've got the Super Surge coming from Tanman as well, which means even more speed, and Tanman's been using it. Oh, a quick KO actually on Denong. That's going to make things awkward, and we really haven't seen as many of those KOs like we saw at the start of the set right now. I want to see kudokudo and Munchlac really keep the pressure now in this corner. They get one barrier, just missed the second. It was a little bit too tight, bounced off the deceased one. Wall comes through from Denong, trying to force that area, but Munchlac has been able to find the second barrier, and now this looks very good. Ooh! Pass play nearly intercepted. Where's that Maelstrom going? Oh, it goes high, it misses. Munchlac had the interception, but doesn't get a chance to punch it through. Tofu wall cuts off the pass back up to Munchlac, and that will allow Tanman to push forward. That speed is big, but kudokudo able to somewhat match it. Tanman wins the small strike war. Now again, SlurpFactory has the core flip, might have to use it if the pressure's there, but Denong on the opposite side. That's the side that you do want to see Tanporary Repairs push from. Back through the corner we go. Still no barriers fallen for Dead Before OT. They've done a good job, and in the 2v1, it's gonna go to the side of 2. Pass down and in. First goal goes to Dead Before OT. Dubu's body slam doing damage real now, says Real Mountain Dew guy. I have to agree, it is coming through. Bazzible doing what they can, as that's going to be a quick KO. Denong drops it through. Unfortunately, the tofu wall kind of held it in an awkward spot, but now with the power play, what can Tanporary Remains do? Well, they can get the first core, and I like the core flip into the core flip, and they lose pressure on the corner all the way. Second barrier falls, a misstep. Got to be a little bit unfortunate for them, as that will lead to a KO, and that will lead to Munchlac getting a second goal. Match point for Dead Before OT. The Deadeye value. Yeah, Denong coming up big right here. I gotta ask, look, I asked for some help, you know, looking at power rankings before coming into this one right now. Well, not the power rankings, actually. Those were scuffed to begin with. For sort of, you know, tier list. What is the high elo tier list right now? And not to call out Aurelia or anything, but Aurelia did put, you know, forward Atlas at nah. Don't do it. It did take us to a set 5, but after the double KO, you have to think it could be over. Munchlac can't get it in. Tanman and Denong are back. What does this forward Atlas have? Preemptive Blanc on the pink portal. Oh, but no second ability for it right there. That's going to be a core flip up through that corner. Oh, the wall misses from Denong, who's still going to hunt for it. Maelstrom denies the flip, but it's an open net. Munchlac puts it through. Dead Before OT takes the first game. So there you have it. Set, game, match. Dead Before OT. They win it in 5, and they stick it right here, you know. They stick it, they get it done. MVP for the game apparently is SlurpFactory. I would have to agree. SlurpFactory doing a good job on defense. Denong was cooking. All right, Denong was cooking. Forward Atlas, all about the damage, all about the KOs. And you know what? They came through. There were a lot of Atlas KOs, but I just don't know how you can make that work without, you know, significant cooldown reduction, which was never quite there. We're going to go to a break at this point right now, and when we do come back, So when we come back, we will be ready to go for that next one. I was getting instructions in my ear. I have to make sure you weren't doing a game swap on me, which we're not. We're not. It's going to be the same games I believe we had predicted, which means we are going to be getting a fun one. Divorced by 6 men taking on 2 glasses of milk, please. This is a big match for Pool A.